Good morning. This is John Fred Grutas, and today is the 9th of August 2022. And you know what they say? In order to forget something, the first stage of forgetting something is letting go of something. Letting go of it. Letting go of the memory that you have in the past. Acceptance. And then moving on. So, what I want to talk about you guys is actually to release the shit that has been hanging around in my chest for years now, for a lot of time now. I know some of you may say, "Oh, don't get stuck in the past. Just move on and accept the things the way they are." But in order for me to accept it, I must first let it go, let it outside of me, let it come out, because this extra baggage that I am carrying is no longer serving me as it should serve me good, as it had served me good in the past. Not only does it bother me, but it also hinders my ability to move forward and to accept change. So hear this. In the past, grade 8, 2017, 2018, I was a very, very happy person. I didn't care what people think when I am interacting with them. I didn't care what people thought of me. I only care about my own opinions of me, which is what truly matters, right? Your opinion of yourself. I only cared about that, nothing else. I just went where my excitement is, where I am excited at. I just went there. And then when I did that thing which I am excited in, I get happy afterwards. And that's it. That was my life back then. I had a few friends in which incorporated my beliefs that particular time where I believed in myself very much. I think that's the definition of true friends. Friends that believe in you, believe in the things that you say, give you affirmations, isn't afraid to tell you what you are doing wrong. Friends are people that you can have a laugh with. As a man, you can be physical with, without any emotions involved, without any resentment. As a man, being physical with another man, especially your friend, it was considered as a thing that is not bad. Especially, you see it on dogs. I see it on our dogs. We have 4 dogs. I see it on the news, documentaries, in which lions, cubs play with each other, bite each other, run around in circles all day, hunt together, roar at each other, and all the things. And then school came along, in which teachers, mostly females, say that being physical with each other is not good. That being masculine is punished, meanwhile being feminine is being rewarded. When you play with the boys, you you get shamed for being a man. And then they say, you should be more like Tanya here. You should be more like Emily here. He just is so quiet and behaved and well-mannered. Basically, feminine behavior is rewarded, meanwhile masculine behavior is punished. That is because we grew up in the consequences of the Industrial Revolution, in which the male role models in our lives became more busy with their jobs or have been in the war in the past decades, and what's left in our homes to raise us is our mothers, feminine superiors, in which we can all agree that they can't really teach us to be a man. That is why the great conquerors of the past of history is taught not by females, not by ordinary men, but by masters. Alexander the Great was taught by Democritus, was taught by Plato. The list goes on in these masters. So, time happens so fast, man. I got a lot of thoughts in my head. But one thing I can say for sure is that grade 8 was the time where I experienced genuine happiness. Where I can go onto the school and just feel good with my classmates. And not have a single thought on what they thought of me. I only cared if I was having fun and I was finishing my tasks at school. That's all I cared about. I didn't care about women. I only cared about my boys, and all I cared about was fun and happiness. So, 1 year went by, and then I still can't get over the fact that our bonds were finished. I was the only one that get separated from my boys, from my group. And then I was lonely. I was alone. It was another time for me to meet new people. As if it was like an expiration from a app. And then you cannot use that app anymore. You cannot get along with that app anymore, in which you are so familiarized with, made memories with. And now you gotta use another bootleg app. You got to adjust for years, because I'm the type of guy that takes a lot of years to even trust a single person. That is because I couldn't trust on my guardians. I couldn't trust on my parents when I was younger. I couldn't rely on them. Every time I asked for something, there was always they would always brag about me. They would always be so hard on me. So I gotta adjust on new people. And these people, in order, of course, we got to grade 9 and grade 10. These people are more diversified. Our class were more diversified. A lot of people came from different classes: the middle class, upper class, lower class, very poor classes, very intelligent people, very stupid people, very dumb people, gay people, straight people, lesbian person, all kinds of people. And then as I grew older, I didn't thought that growing older would make you think of what others thought of you instead of what you thought of yourself more than what you did in the past, in which you only thought of yourself. Didn't care about what others thought of you, what the perception of other was of you. Oh God, I miss those days. But that's what happened. And then 2 years later, I graduated. Me and my classmates never talked again. I didn't really belong in that class, for sure. I was just trying to get along in order to get accepted, in order to get that feeling of having a group again. I pleased them so much. I abandoned my own values. I didn't speak my mind. I filtered what I had to say. I was down. I coped my lack of connection with people through a lot of unhealthy habits, sleeping late, playing a lot of video games to get a sense of brotherhood. I was addicted to porn, masturbation, and so my memory got weaker. I could not remember a lot of things because I wasn't really, my mind weren't in the moment at those time. The more you can work with your insecurities, the more you know your flaws, the more you can improve, the more you can add things into your life, remove things in your life. It's almost as if you conquer the parts of yourself that is conquerable, that is weak, that is frail. And then later, there's a part of you that builds them up. There's a part of you that wants to let go, but there's also a part of you that wants to be accepted. There's a part of you that wants to kill, but there's also a part of you that wants to save and that wants to help. There's part of you that wants to love, make somebody grow, and there's also a part of you that wants to corrupt. They purify someone's heart, give them a lot of traumas. I don't know anymore. All I know is that I have a goal. I must have to learn to earn money. I must learn to have income. I must learn to live with the modern world. Time flies so fast. You wouldn't even notice it. So if you want something, you want to achieve something, there is no better time to start than now. I say this because I have experienced this for longer than you can possibly imagine. I have been going to the gym since I am 17 years old, 16 maybe, December 16. And then all I can say to you is time flies so fast, man. I would look at my gallery, at my albums, and then I see my mirror pics and the gym progress pics, and then I would see 2 years late, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 8 months ago, and then I say to myself, what have I been doing all this time that I only focused on one thing, where I could have focused on business, on social skills. But I tell to myself that I am proud because you take the risk of going to the gym. I took the risk of piecing my the people around me by trying new stuff that they believe was right but was not giving them any change or progress. So I decided to change what they had believed, not to make them look bad, but because I wanted to change. So they get mad at me. They got mad at me. They didn't believe at me. They looked down on me. But in the end, I continued it. I am desensitized to humiliation. I'm desensitized to embarrassment. Yep. The three things that I learned this year are if you want to achieve something, just do it, go for it. Don't think about it too much. Time flies so fast you wouldn't even catch up to it. Second is go outside more. Third is don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be feel sad when you're alone. Don't feel guilty when you are working with on helping yourself, because at the end of the day, once you have helped yourself, once you have filled your cup, you can now then help others way better than you would have helped them when your cup was empty or half filled. So make your cup first filled and then help others later. That's it. That is the 7-minute rant. It helped my chest a bit. I have released some weight in my chest. And then I am also 1 month and 1 week on NoFap, and I have been loving it, loving the results. I wish to see myself 3 months later. I will promise to myself now that I will track my macros, and then I will bulk. And that's it. That's the rant for today. Thank you.